Okay guys, I've got a 2.5 pound-ish pork loin here, and it said it was whole, and y'all, let me show y'all how that come out of the package. Can you believe that? It was not whole. It said on there whole, but you know, there's that. And moving on. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut it in half so that it would fit into our air fryer. We do have a 6-quart air fryer. And by the way, guys, we are loving the air fryer. My husband has made all kinds of recipes in here, probably more so than me, but I am liking it. I love the air fryer. The air fryer is no different than the other one I had because we had a Ninja. Works great. And we have done a few recipes in it, so we're getting used to it. So, you know, if it seems intimidating to you, this one wasn't, and this is a Ninja Foodie, in case you're wondering. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this recipe. So I have got, again, a 2.5-ish pound pork loin, and I'm gonna mix up some spices to put on here, and this is my husband's rub. He really likes this, so we're gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Throwing it today. Hope all of you are having a great day. I sure am. It's been beautiful here in Tennessee. I hope it's been beautiful where you are. Where are some of you from? Are some of you from Tennessee? Other areas outside of Tennessee? Okay, so now I got to talking and forgot to tell you what I was doing. So I put in a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of onion and garlic powder. And now I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of sage. Okay. And that is my husband's rub. Now we're gonna do seasoned salt as well. And I can get that out. We're gonna do seasoned salt as well. And we're just gonna season with love when it comes to the seasoned salt. So I love these little containers. I did repurpose this. We get food from the Oriental place, and they work great for putting together your seasoning mixes. And just shake that up. And they're great for leftovers too. Okay. Y'all can tell I'm very conservative. So we've got this mixed up, and we're just gonna do a dry rub on these this pork loin. Okay, so I'm sitting outside. If you hear the wind blowing, it is so beautiful out here. But I just went ahead and sprinkled this on the pork loin, and you just wanna make sure you coat it really well and get all sides. We're just gonna rub this in, lightly sprinkle some seasoned salt on top, and then flip it over and do the same on the other side. You probably can hear the birds in the background. We live close to TWRA, so we have a lot of wildlife around here. I've got my pork loin seasoned, and now we are going to saute it on each side. So this is so easy to use, guys. If you get a Foodie Ninja and you're following me, or if you have one and you're following me or thinking about getting one, I'm gonna show you how easy this is. I'm going to power it on, and I'm going to hit sear and saute. I think I'm doing this right, y'all. I didn't even read the manual. So, okay, and it's flashing high, and I think it's getting some heat here. Let's see if I do anything. No, that's what you do. So that's how easy it is to use. You just power on and hit saute. It just couldn't be any simpler. Hey guys, so I told you how easy it was. You just power on and hit sear and saute, but you have to hit start. So there you go. That is so simple. Okay, it stopped flashing high, so I think it's ready for me to put these in, and that did not take but a few seconds. And we're just going to saute these for about 2 minutes on each side, 2 to 3 minutes. I did wash out my bowl because I'm going to take these out of here and I'm going to put the little grate that came with it in the bottom when I actually use the pressure cooker. So we are going to give this maybe 1 more minute. And when I open this up and touch this, I made sure to wash my hands thoroughly. And guys, this doesn't even smell good to me. I have not eaten pork in probably well over around 20 something years, but that one looks great. Look at there. Oh yeah. That's such a good job. Okay, we're gonna cut this off and you'll need something that's, I guess this is plastic or silicone, and to scrape the bottom of this pan, just so that there's not anything down there sticking. And I don't have anything sticking. And now we are going to pour, you can either, you can pour some beef broth in the bottom, but we are actually going to do a cup of water. So let me grab some water. I've been really looking up some recipes and seeing how other people cook in the Instapot, the air fryer, and what I read is you need anywhere from a half a cup to 1 cup of water in the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. Okay. And now I'm going to grab my grate and I'm gonna put that in the bottom. And now we are just going to lay these back in here. Okay, so we've got 1 cup of water in the bottom. We put our grate in and we put our pork tenderloin on top. And now I'm going to grab the lid. I started to shut that, but I'm gonna grab the lid that goes to the Instapot. So we're gonna use the Instapot and we're just gonna put this on here. And there are 2 arrows that match up here. You just set it on. And it just locks, just like that. So simple. Now, when you start, I did read a little bit of the instructions. You always want to make sure that your valve here is all the way over to the seal position. So I've got it over on the seal position. Now we're going to cut it on, and we are going to hit pressure, and it will flash high. And we are going to put 20, let's do 25 minutes. And then all you do is hit start. It's that simple. Right now it's flashing pre, and then when it starts counting, in the back, it's already letting out some steam. And there is a little bitty like button, I call it, and it will pop up when it's ready to start cooking, when the pressure's built up. And then when you cut it off and when you naturally or quick release it, that button will, after all the steam gets out, that button will go back down. I hope that helps some of you, and I'll be back shortly. And there we go. So we have got about 50 minutes left, and this is going to count down from the pressure cooking, and then it's gonna start counting up, and we're gonna let it count up to 5 minutes. Now, a good way to remember the releases is a quick release is you're gonna quickly release it. You are, I am, we're gonna quickly release it. A natural release is when you let the air fryer naturally release, and that's what we're gonna do, but you've still gotta go back there and push that valve over. But I'll be back and I'll show you how to do that. But I wanted you to see this countdown And it will beep when it's finished as well. 3, 2, 1. Now it's going to count up, and it's counting up, and it'll count up to 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, we've got 1 minute left, and I'm gonna bring you over here and show you what this does. So when it finishes releasing the pressure, this little button is gonna pop down, and then we can open it. And at the moment, it'll flash, just keep warm. Now I am gonna cut this off. I might should have done that when it hit 5 minutes. I think that I probably should, but that's okay. Go ahead and cut that off. It's releasing steam. And there it went, it popped down. So now we can get them out. Okay, you'll just slide this around, open it up, and voila. And I typically put that in the kitchen sink and let it cool off. Now you could always kind of air fry these if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. And look at there. Perfect. Let's see how tender one of these are. Okay, those are pretty tender. I'm gonna let my husband be the judge of that. And if they're not tender, you can always put them back in there for 5 minutes, but they look pretty tender. And that's it. That's how easy it is to make pork tenderloin in this Instapot air fryer. Oh, and also you can always use a meat thermometer if you don't trust that they're done. I probably should have stuck a meat thermometer in it, but that's okay. I'm gonna let my husband check these out. Y'all have a great evening.